Hey, what's going on, Guardians? TBL here with a very quick Destiny sort of update video for you guys, just to remind you all that Iron Banner is going live tomorrow. We finally have the return of the titular Iron Banner, and I've got to say, I'm really excited for the very first tournament of the Rise of Iron. But before we get into all of that, it's been a very fun weekend, and I hope you guys had as good of a weekend as I have had. It's been an absolutely fantastic time. Had a lot of good stuff go on in my personal life and here on the channel and with the stuff that I do on YouTube. Number one of which being the Planet Destiny podcast. We had our very first live episode of that last night over on Planet Destiny's Twitch page, and I gotta say, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Myself alongside Bones from Crucible Radio, Fallout Plays, Mega Magwitch, and Story Machine are basically the new hosts of that show. And we had our first go of it last night, and it was a really good time. I really enjoyed it. We got to talk a bit about the raid, and really how we feel about the Rise of Iron as a whole. And ultimately, to shorten it up, I really enjoyed this expansion. You guys know that. I'm really digging Rise of Iron, and I can't wait to dive into the rest of what Bungie has in store for us. Starting off with this week. Of course, over the weekend we had the start of Trials of Osiris Year 3, but this week we're getting back into the Iron Banner. And not just any Iron Banner, a newer, fresher, sexier Iron Banner. Well, maybe on that last part, we'll have to see. The armor certainly looks sexy. But one of the big new things about it is we may be having a brand new quest giver as well as a vendor for the Iron Banner. A couple of days ago we had a video speculating that Lady Aphrodite, one of the original Iron Lords, might be our new Iron Banner vendor, and I do believe that is going to be the case. According to the Grimoire cards, she looks like she's going to be our brand new Iron Banner representative, and that's going to be awesome. And this time around, we're going to be having some really good weapons and armor on sale, so I really can't wait to see everything we're going to be getting with this tournament. But alongside a new vendor, we also have some big changes coming to the Iron Banner. We all knew the tournament would be coming back in the Rise of Iron, and in last week's This Week at Bungie, we got to see some very good changes, in my opinion, that are going to be coming to the Iron Banner system. This is what the weekly update had to say. You had to know that Iron Banner would reawaken in Rise of Iron. We have some different ideas for how this contest can reward the Guardians who submit themselves to it. You'll find more paths to rewards and customization. 1. The tempered mechanic is now gone. You can play whenever you want. Now, for those of you who don't know, the tempered mechanic was a mechanic in year 1 and 2 for the Iron Banner that for each consecutive day that passes, you start to get more and more reputation per match in Iron Banner. So they're going to be doing away with that mechanic, and you'll just be getting a flat amount of reputation per match completion, per victory rather, and per medallion turn-in. Previously in the Iron Banner, a lot of people would wait until very late in the week to try to make the most of their time, because if you would wait until like Sunday or the Monday before Iron Banner went away, you could actually get from like rank 0 to rank 5 in only a few hours. So a lot of people would wait for that, and they felt kind of pressured to play on that last day to minimize the pain of Iron Banner and try to maximize their rewards. So they're getting rid of that mechanic so you can really play whenever you want. There are also now going to be only 4 weekly bounties. The rewards for these bounties include an Iron Banner item that's not featured on the vendor, so something that's not being sold by the vendor, a chance at an Iron Banner artifact or vanity item, 25 legendary marks, and 750 Iron Banner reputation. Which is fantastic. The big kicker there is getting an Iron Banner item that's not featured on the vendor, that's not going to be on sale that particular week. That means that this week, when the vendor is selling the auto rifle and the shotgun, you'll still be able to get something like the hand cannon, the pulse rifle, the scout rifle, the sniper rifle, or really anything from completing those weekly bounties, which is fantastic. It's always great to get rewards that way. A victory in a single match will grant you 250 reputation, and iron medallions, which you get upon losing a match in the Iron Banner, will grant you 150 reputation each upon your next victory. Alright, so those are some of the systemic changes coming to Iron Banner. What do they have for sale this week? That's the big ticket item there. That's what everybody wants to know. And this week, Lady Aphrodite will be selling the auto rifle as well as the shotgun. Now, interestingly enough, we actually don't have a lot of information on the names and stats of these new weapons. I assume we'll be getting to get a very in-depth look at that tomorrow. But again, Lady Aphrodite, if she is going to be the Iron Banner vendor, will be selling the auto rifle as well as the shotgun. Armor-wise, she's going to be offering class items and gauntlets across the board for all 3 of the classes. And of course, these items look very similar to the Days of Iron armor that you can get from the Rise of Iron book, which is perfectly fine with me. They've got a different color scheme, and they definitely look awesome. They've got like a chainmail sort of knight thing going on, which fits the theme of Rise of Iron. While it hasn't been confirmed, it is expected that this armor set will also have its own special set of ornaments, just like the Days of Iron gear, just like Trials of Osiris. And I certainly hope that is the case. When I got a look at the full Hunter set for the Trials of Osiris with the ornaments on, that was really an amazing looking set, and I would love it if Iron Banner gear got the same sort of love. But Bungie goes on to say that this new experience begins when you report to Lord Saladin. You'll find him where he truly belongs, as the King of the Mountain, indicating that we will probably be going, at the very least if there's a quest line involved with the Iron Banner, we will be going back to Fellwinter's Peak rather than to the tower. But alright Guardians, it's pretty much it for the news about the Iron Banner. Again, I am super duper psyched for the starting of this tournament in year 3. You guys know I've pretty much put myself through every single Iron Banner tournament, even when I really shouldn't have. And it looks like I'm going to be doing it again. The game mode this time around will be Supremacy, so be prepared for that. And ultimately, that doesn't really bother me so much. I don't really dislike the Supremacy game mode. You just have to play it in a very particular sort of manner. Make sure you're picking up those crests, Guardian. You have to take the honor of your enemies. Also, just as a little side note, we hit 20,000 subs last night. Holy crap, I can't believe we're actually here. And I'm going to be having a more personalized video to discuss this later, but I want to take a quick moment to just say thank you all so much for the support. It's been an incredible few years where we've just seen constant growth here on YouTube. And I can't even begin to thank you guys enough. I always said that if I made it to 20,000 subs, I would push to do this full time. And I'm gonna keep my word, and that's what I'm gonna do. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in a later video. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know how you feel about the Iron Banner coming back tomorrow. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to getting some of that new gear? I know I am, but be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. But alright, it's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I am TheBlackLink. You Guardians, stay frosty.